¿Qué tal, bandita? Aquí nuevamente su viejo amigo Gons en forma de berenjena para explicarles rápidamente sobre este video, no sin antes agradecer a Glen Chow y su canal por compartirnos estos videoblogs, ya que sin ellos no podríamos traerles este tipo de contenido. Y qué mejor manera de la mano del director. Lo que se busca es mostrarle un poco más al público latino el mundo de minigt, y a continuación verán lo que recientemente se publicó en el canal oficial de esta marca, donde el mismo director Glen Chow nos platica en lo que están trabajando y lo que próximamente tendremos la oportunidad de adquirir, así como algunas sorpresas. Sin más bla bla bla, comencemos.
That will be the fun part as well. We have the samples just returned from MDX, quite many of them. I think we have like roughly nearly 200 samples. We were hoping to do a sample review at MDX, but of course, as everybody can imagine, there's so many people and so noisy and really not the best situation. So we decided to do a additional sample, a quick walkover at our R&D office. So let's have some fun. Let's dig in. So we show various prototypes, the new G-Class. Of course, we are expanding our partnership with AMG and Mercedes, and so we are adding more Mercedes car. The 560 SEC, this is, when I was a kid, this is the car, the cool car where you have a huge Mercedes badge at the front grille, looks aggressive, the shark looking, head shapes. So this is one of the car I always want to produce with Mercedes. During the MDX, we announced we're doing more motorcycle with Harley Davidson, and this is the Honda going. So we are also expanding our motorbike models with Hondas, not just Harley Davidson. And of course, there are samples such as, this is also a little surprise for everybody, the Carrera GT, also one of my favorite car. We are doing the art car with Mizu at the MDX. We're going to do various configuration with a pickup, with a vent. Of course, our newest Bugatti, the Mistral W16, and with nice details inside the interiors. Over here, mostly JDM, Japanese car. We have the hand sample of the Liberty Walk Hakosuka. So this is also one of my favorite cars for upcoming. We have the R35 in CRS configuration and R33 in the CRS here. And then of course the Z-Twin from R34. So this will be how Mini GT makes Z-Twin R34 models. Personally, of course, this is important. Our show car, R01T, this is from the tooling. So it's the first car we designed the body kit and model with a real car all together. So it has a special meaning for me. And I think many of you saw the car in Tokyo Auto Salon and the Meet and Cruise and MDX. So the model car is coming. And over there, we see plenty of race car. This is the race car section. Definitely, the Mustangs, the typical, McLaren GT3. We have the AMG GT3, which is one of our newest tooling. Of course, expanding from the partnership with Mercedes and AMGs. And then we also having the Porsche Cup cars. A lot of people, this is what we announced a few weeks ago, the 20 car set, and some of the collectors may misunderstood the story behind this car, because why we did it as a set, because in the past, I would say 20 years, many model makers try to produce these models in different scale, 118, 143, some of them try to do it 164. The problem many collectors have is nobody actually really finish all 20 car. So they probably make 3, 4, 5, then they stop. And it's a very famous race that there's a lot of famous drivers' name on it, and they race the vehicles. So as a old collector like me, been collecting model car for 25 plus years, 30 years. It's always it's something I want to accomplish. So when I showed the samples at Nuremberg, Germany, early this year, often people ask me, so Glenn, is this a 5-year program, 6-year program, 3 years program? How many cars are you going to release per year? And I decided, no, we're going to do this one shot. Over the 10, 15 last years, too many people promise and fail, and everybody has a missing gap in their collection. So, and also I think everybody can imagine if we produce this model in a separate production process, you have problem with the color matching and they look slightly different, and it might irritate some of the demanding collectors. So we decided to do one shot, 20 cars, one time. So for the hardcore collectors, and that will be it. Besides the Senna, we will have a separate car with a figure inside, and that will sell separately. That will be it, and we will never produce these cars from this race individually. Here we have the continue expanding 007 James Bond and some of these fun cars like the DBS from the chasing with all the scratches, snow door. We have the 2CV, one of my favorite French little car, and of course submarine is coming, the famous Toyota 2000 GT convertible. It's convertible because Sean Connery is too tall. They had to chop the roof. And so the James Bond collection will keep coming, and there's still many more to come. And then here we have the more Formula One car from Senna. This is the one I was just talking about. So it's the same Mercedes car with the Senna figure inside in the driving. And then we have one of the smallest mini GT 4-wheel model, the Senna in gold car forms. So the Senna program will be catching up, and mini Senna model is coming for sure. Here we have the BBR Ferrari, and this year Ferrari definitely with BBR we will have great selection for everybody. You can see various Testarossa in different convertible, the F40, the upcoming F80, the F50 in convertible or hardtop configurations. So definitely this will be the year for BBR to expand, and many of you are going to have many nice Ferrari models from Mini GT and BBR. And over here we have some little bit unique. Here is what we show at MDX, the concept from Mizu, that we did a design process, imagining to do a hippie car with Indonesian artwork. So consider, of course, hippie is more American culture, but just kind of imagine Indonesian hippie. That was the idea. And some of you may recognize this little setup. It's actually the Mini GT booth at the Red Bull event in Taiwan last year. And during the events, my team asked me, say, hey Glenn, if we reach the sales target with good service, what do we get for doing such a good job? I said, what do you guys want? It's like, can we make a diorama of this interesting booth? I said, sure, if you guys meet all the target, we'll do it. Then they did. So we have the replica of the Mini GT booth in the Red Bull Showrun event in Taiwan 2024. So this is coming. Many collectors been asking me about the crazy yacht on a truck. This is also a yes, it's going to be a real product. It's planned to be a limited edition item. Why we create such product is to showcase the size and task and capability of semi trucks. Because if you today, even you take a fairly large car like Defenders, you sit right next to a semi trucks. Semi trucks is big, right? But then when semi trucks is towing a mid-size yacht. Semi-truck looks a little toy, right? And that's what I try to present. It's interesting visually. Like a lot of people never thought about how yacht was transport. Besides on the ocean, they get transport by truck as well. And here's a diesel engine that they use for the ships. And these are just some fun projects we think will help everybody gain more understanding on the truck model. And it's also a unique combinations. And I think a Volkswagen ID bus with the Dakar on the Rossmann livery, it doesn't require any more introduction. It's a cute, perfect setup. So definitely we recreated that whole setup as a set. So the Rossmann with the Volkswagen ID bus, it will be released as a set models. At last, we have some interesting product here. So we will begin to release the protective cover for the collectors. It's in order to help you protect your collections and protect from damage. And so they will come in different sizes. So this particular one is full of blister. And it has a mini GD logo on it, high quality PVC. We even make the one for the 4-car set, and definitely for Kaido House, and the 2-car set, the limited edition with the hologram logo here. And here says the hologram logos. So this will be coming the next 2 months. We'll be releasing as part of the accessory program. This will be constantly available for collectors to purchase. Stay tuned, and we will announce more information. This is what we have for the first half of the year, and we will probably have a new batch of sample, probably I would say September, October, and we will show you more new stuff. All right, thank you for watching this, and see you next time.